Well, today is the 14th of April, and in exactly 7 days I'll be heading to the start line of the London Marathon to cover 26.2 miles. Now, for many beginner runners, this may be your first marathon and the paranoia is probably setting in. You're going to be worried that you haven't done enough training and that you won't get round, but trust me, you have and you will. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my top 5 beginner marathon runner tips to make sure that your day goes as best as it possibly can. Now, I'm on a 10k run, so come along with me while we discuss the best ways that you can have a really good marathon. And please, don't worry, you will get round, you will absolutely love it, soak in the atmosphere. The London Marathon is absolutely an amazing experience. So let's get this 10k run underway, and tip 1 is coming up. Okay, so tip 1, taper, fueling and hydration. By now you should be well into your taper period, which is the process of deloading your miles from the massive amounts of miles that you've done during your marathon training block, so your body can recover and you're as fresh as possible on race day. Do not be drawn into running too many miles, especially in this last week on the run up to the marathon. Take it super easy, and if you do go out, no speed sessions, no super long runs, nice and easy running. For example, I'm only doing one run this week, 5 miles on Wednesday at recovery pace. That's it. Don't walk around lots. Basically put your feet up, get that massage in, and make sure that you're as ready and your legs are as fresh as possible for race day. Also, during this week, carb load. Don't leave it to the last couple of days before the marathon. Eat well this week. Lots of protein, lots of carbohydrates. Get your glycogen stores boosted, ready for the race. And hydration. Drink a ton of water this week. Get your body well hydrated, in preparation for that marathon. It's vitally important for you to be as ready as possible for race day. So tip number 2, set yourself race goals. ABC, 1, 2, 3, however you want to name it. Set yourself some expectations, some goals for the race that you can easily interchange between as the race goes on, based on how it's going. For example, my A goal is a sub 4. My B goal is to come in between 4:10 and 4:30. And my C goal, if the wheels come off, are just to get round and enjoy it. And so long as I have those 3 goals in my head, I know that whatever happens, I'll enjoy the day and come home a happy runner. So it's always good, set your goals before the race. Tip 3, stick to your plan. On race day, set that alarm up so you get up on time. You eat the same breakfast that you've had for every long run. You get your race kit on. You have your 20 or so visits to the bathroom. Don't forget, lube up. You might not think you need it, but I'm telling you now, chafing is the worst possible pain in the world. Lube yourself up. Blokes, nipple plasters. Again, you might not think you'll need it, but nipple rub is horrible. Get it on. Get yourself down to the start area. Do your race warm up. It's really important to make sure that you warm up for this race. Get into your start pen on time after several other visits to the bathroom. If you're anything like me, I'm a bathroom freak when it comes to races. And then the gun goes off. Stick to your plan. Do not go off too fast. Have your paces in mind that you know that you need to run, and don't go any faster. So many people are pulled into the hole, getting pulled along by the crowd. Don't go too fast. You've got 26 miles to run, and honestly, if you go off too fast, it will bite you in the ass. Big truck. It will bite you in the ass in those latter miles. So it is so important, even if it feels like you're running too slow, to take it easy at the start. Those first 5k, ease yourself into the race. It's a long way. My advice is look at the time that you'll need to run to hit your A goal, write them on your arm, even if it's your 5k splits, so you know what you should be running at, and have an idea of what your mile pace is before you start. On my watch, I always set up distance, overall pace and lap pace, just so I can keep in check with my running speed so I don't go too fast. But yeah, probably one of my biggest tips for running a marathon is this one: do not go off too fast. Don't do that, you'll be good for the race. Tip 4, fueling. Probably just as important as the last tip that I just gave you, to be honest. You've got to have a fueling strategy in place, and it must be a tried and tested fueling strategy. You should have tested out your fueling on several long runs prior to the marathon to make sure it sits in your belly right. Taking fuel and keeping it down is really important. What you don't want is to try fuel for the first time on marathon day and realising that you got to duck into a toilet because it's really turned your bowels or makes you feel sick. So getting your fueling right is really important. You can even set up fueling reminders on your watch so it beeps to let you know when you need to take your fuel, or again, write it down on your arm. But make sure you get up in the morning, you fuel yourself in breakfast, you take your pre-race fuel when you're down near the start line, and then you've got all your fuel in for the race in your belt or your bag or whatever you're using on marathon race day, and take it regimentally so your body can stay fueled to cover the 26 miles, because it takes a lot of energy to cover 26.2 miles. Believe me, on my first ever marathon, which was London Marathon 2019, I did not have a fueling strategy at all, and I really paid for it at the end. I got halfway into the marathon trying to run it on dextrose tablets, and just the wheels came off. I hit the wall and I failed, and that was purely down to not fueling correctly. And at the end I almost I did pass out. I had to sit down, I went lightheaded because I'd used up all my fuel. I had nothing left, and believe me, getting to mile 20 with completely depleted fuel stores, knowing that you've still got 6 miles to go, is a horrible feeling. So fueling, definitely a really important tip. Get it right, make it regular, and get through the race. And my final tip, tip number 5 for first time beginner marathon runners, is recovery after the race. Now, it's really important that when you cross that finish line to get some electrolytes in, some water in, and some food in your body. Protein helps repair muscle, so it's always a good idea to get some protein back in your system straight away. So one of my little tips is to take some food with you in your drop bag, so when you get your drop bag you can get some fuel down pretty much straight away to help your recovery. And also when you cross the finish line, you'll probably be handed some bars or some water. Get them down you straight away. Don't sit down for ages. It's important to keep your body moving, even though you've just run 26 miles. It's kind of like an active recovery. So get over that finish line, meet your friends and family, and keep your legs moving, keep walking, because if you sit down, you will seize up, and then getting going again is bloody horrible. And then once you're back to your hotel or home, wherever you're going at the end of the race, get showered, get changed, get a good meal inside you, and then get some sleep. On the days after the marathon, you're obviously going to feel like, well, your legs are going to feel dead, to be fair, but it's always good to keep moving, keep those joints oiled, and get out. Maybe leave it for a few days before you go out for a recovery run, but keep moving. Your muscles will thank you for it, and then get out and get that first recovery run in. It might be a good idea to get a post-race massage in, which is generally what I do, and then look for the next challenge. You may cross that finish line telling yourself you're never going to run a marathon again, but give it a couple of days and you'll be looking around for your next marathon I remember crossing London for the first time, which was my first ever marathon in 2019, swearing I'd never run another one. And within a couple of days, I'd booked onto the Valencia Marathon 6 months later. It's a bug. I'm telling you, you'll love it. So in summary, they are my top 5 tips. Tip 1, taper, fuel and hydrate. Tip 2, set yourself goals, and I'm sorry about the noise. Tip 3, get yourself race ready. Tip 4, fuel properly. And tip 5, recover properly. And I hope those 5 tips will help you have a fantastic race day. And after all, after the hundreds and hundreds of miles that you've done in preparation for this marathon, it's only right that you do the final things in the right way so you can have a cracking marathon experience. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody gets paranoia about whether they've done enough, whether they've trained enough, whether their long runs have been far enough, whether they're gonna get round. It's natural. Everybody has those feelings the week before the marathon. But trust in yourself, trust in the work that you've done, trust in your body, and just do the right things at the right time and you'll get round. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I have just finished my 10k Sunday run, my last Sunday run before the London Marathon next weekend. So I hope you found this video enjoyable. If you have, please comment below, let me know if you're running London or another marathon sometime soon. And yeah, I'd love to know what your targets are, how your training's been going, what time your start is, what time you're looking to try and finish in. Please comment below. I'll always try and comment back wherever I can. And if you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, why not? This channel's full of quality running content, so hit that subscribe button and follow Jomo Runs channel. So yeah, that's it, job done. One more run midweek and then we're at marathon day. So next video you'll see is the race vlog. See you on the next one.